Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens. Welcome to tonight's webinar. I'm super excited to have you here. My name is Ryan, and I'm a fire partner here at TSAVO, and I'm joined by...
My name is Fanuel Mwashumbe, and I'm a fire partner in TSAVO, and I'm privileged and happy to be here.
Yeah, so I want to ask you to start with a word of prayer, and then we can proceed.
All right. Thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for this wonderful session we're about to have. We pray, O Lord, that you may lead us, guide us, O Lord. We thank you and we worship you. In Jesus' name I do pray and believe.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. So if it's your first time joining in any of our webinars, you're very welcome. I'll just take a short, I'll do a short introduction of who TSAVO is. TSAVO is a real estate investment company based right here in Nairobi, and we have a couple of numbers. I mean, we've been here for 8 years.
8 years now.
Yeah, and with 9 complete projects. And how many ongoing?
We have 11 ongoing projects.
11 ongoing projects. Yeah. And finally, we have one of our newest and best location yet, TSAVO Delight.
TSAVO Delight.
It's actually the reason why you're here, because you're doing a Q&A session, so which is going to begin shortly after we've played a video on introducing you to TSAVO Delight. So indulge me and watch this.
In the heart of this vibrant city, TSAVO Delight emerges as a beacon of beauty, seamlessly blending the pulse of urban life with the tranquility of nature. This isn't just a location, it is an investment haven promising boundless returns for those who dare to invest. They say the golden rule in real estate is location, location, location. TSAVO Delight, just 3 minutes west of Nairobi's Central Business District, is strategically positioned within the prestigious Westlands sub-county, east of Lavington, south of Muthangari, west of Kilimani, and cradled by the Kischwa River, a truly exclusive haven. TSAVO Delight isn't just a property, it is a lifestyle. Strategically located along Oloitoktok Road, a stone's throw from the Total petrol station at Kileleshwa junction, this is your golden ticket to a life of convenience and opportunity. The good news is you can own a piece of Kileleshwa with 0 deposit and 0% interest rate. Imagine the joy of having your money work for you. Our flexible payment plan spans up to 5 years, making ownership a reality for everyone. We have the following typologies available for you to get started. Studios at 3.2 million Kenyan shillings, superior studios at 3.8 million Kenyan shillings, 1 bedroom at 4.7 million Kenyan shillings, 2 bedroom at 7.6 million Kenyan shillings. What are you waiting for? Log on to www.tsavo.ke now, book your unit and secure your financial future. TSAVO, earn while you sleep.
Wonderful. I think Kileleshwa is outstanding.
It is
beautiful. Yeah. So I just want us to have an overview of why Kileleshwa. You know. So in TSAVO we've broken down the locations into two. Yeah. So we have Zone A, and Zone A is our locations in Tindigwa, Roysambu, yeah. And then we have Zone B, and we've been really questioning why we should go to Zone B. And Zone B is closer to the central business district. So we have right now Parklands, and now we have Kileleshwa. So why Kileleshwa? Why do you think we are going to Kileleshwa?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, usually say in real estate, it only has 3 rules. The first one is location, the second one is location, and the third one is location.
Yes.
Yeah? I mean, you have to get it right when you're doing anything in real estate. And the point of going from Zone A to Zone B is actually trying to get better locations for you as an investor, and also having the resident in mind. Yeah. Trying to get finer, sweeter locations, because actually you're the ones who've been asking for ISO locations.
Yes, yes. We've done a lot of data research, and majority of you guys have been asking, when are you guys going to Kileleshwa?
Yeah.
When are you guys going to start building in that area? We've also had residents asking, when are you guys going to...
these specific kind of locations, which are sort of premium kind of locations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we started off with one of the closest projects near Kileleshwa, and that's TSAVO Skywalk.
Yeah.
So when we went to Skywalk, and there was a lot of noise, and that's good noise, on when are you guys going to start coming into this? So those 2 zones make really good sense for us, and coming in next to the CBD means a lot of good things. So TSAVO Delight is off Oloitoktok Road, and it's in between the junction of Muthangari Road and Oloitoktok Road. So not far away from the Methodist. I think majority of us know where the Methodist is. And if you're coming from Lavington, Gitanga Road, you know where Quickmart Lavington is. So you just drive down that road, and you will see the Methodist. Right after the Methodist, you come to the junction of Muthangari Road and Oloitoktok Road. Now, that's where we are building TSAVO Delight.
It's a few meters from that junction. And maybe just take a detour for people to get to understand why from Zone A to Zone B. Maybe just to tell a story of TSAVO. We began from Rongai. Rongai was our first project.
Diaspora.
So Rongai is the diaspora of Nairobi. Then from Rongai we went to Embakasi. We were trying to come closer to the city, but not like too deep into the city.
That's true.
And then from Rongai, from Embakasi, we came to Thendegwa. The first time I came to Thendegwa, I saw it and it was THI, but then it's Thendegwa. Now you know. We came to Thendegwa, and then from Thendegwa we went to Roysambu, right?
Roysambu.
We went to Roysambu as a location, and then from Roysambu we went to Skywalk, that is Wanye Road.
Off Naivasha Road.
So after Wanye Road, we came back to some of these locations because they had worked very well for the type of tenants and residents that we were looking at, and also very well for the investors, because most investors who buy from TSAVO are buying for investment purposes. So you buy an apartment, not really for you to live in, but for you to earn some passive rental income from that apartment. And Roysambu, Thendegwa, Embakasi really worked very well. So we didn't have an option but to go back to those locations and try to do something else there. So from there we've gone to other locations. I think
we went back to Thendegwa and we did TSAVO Sunset. Then from TSAVO Sunset we went to Royal Suburbs and we did Royal Suburbs 1, Royal Suburbs 2 and 3. And then we changed the location again, and we went to Embakasi and we did TSAVO Feather. So TSAVO Feather is another good location that we did, and we are actually about to launch it this year. This year.
A few months from now.
A few months.
December this year, it's a very many months.
It's a few months. Then we went to Step Up.
Riruta.
Riruta.
Yeah,
And
beautiful,
Riruta is not
amazing
far
melody.
away from Kileleshwa as well.
Yeah.
So we have those. And remember, today we are doing a Q&A. Would love. We are gonna go to the comments right now and see who's there. Drop a fire emoji if you've joined us, and share the link. Share the link that is there in the comments. Tell someone we're live and we are on and we're ready to go. It's all about Kileleshwa.
Yeah, for sure.
Kile.
Nangalia ko comment section. So far there is no question, but we have a few people dropping their fire emojis. There is Tori Thelma. Thank you for your fire emoji. John Nabiswa, thanks for saying good evening. Good evening, John. And then Richard Oteba dropping a fire emoji. So if you have questions, if you have concerns or comments, please don't forget, just write down there, and we will be happy to answer them.
So we are going to start with the FAQs, the general FAQs that we normally get. So we'll start off with the first one. There are so many developments coming up. What would be different about ours? What do you think would be different about ours?
I think that's a brilliant question, and we often ask ourselves this question before we go to any location on what really needs to set us apart. I think there are a couple of things that set us apart. The first is the kind of clientele that we target as tenants. And the second is the locations we choose. Of course, there are other developments there, but the design is totally different. The perception of how we do things is different. And most importantly is we have a very fine-tuned the kind of tenant that we are looking at. So you find in Nairobi, there's an influx of a lot of 3 and 2 bedrooms. So if you go to a certain location and you do a research on it, for example, Kileleshwa, you'll find there's a lot of 3 bedrooms, a lot of 2 bedrooms. So a sweet spot is 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, because there are young people who want to live in such locations. So I think those are part of the things that really tend to set us apart, and also the business model. How our business model is structured is it's not necessarily for you to buy to live in, because that's the first thing that someone would think of when you're thinking of financial security. I want to buy a home, I want to live at my own place, but for this one, it works very well for investment purposes. So you buy an apartment, you rent it out, and then we will build. We will also offer management services for that apartment, so that viewers, because you're still busy, so ukitoka kazi at the end of the month, there's of course your monthly salary, but then there's also this passive income that is coming from an investment that you've made. But maybe you could give us more on what sets us apart.
So as Ryan has said, we build for the young aspirational urbanites. So if you're joining us for the very first time, we have an end-to-end business model. We design the projects ourselves, we build them ourselves, we sell them ourselves, and we also let them ourselves. So it's just an end-to-end business model that generates passive income for you. And someone would ask again, why the price? And remember, we are all about affordability. So it's affordable for the investor, and it's still affordable for the resident. So in terms of us going to this location, we looked at both sides of the coin. So is it affordable for the investor, and is it still affordable for the resident? And remember, the resident sorts you out in terms of passive income. So the price is affordable.
True. And we go beyond just the pricing, because I mean, 3.2 million for a studio is not cheap.
So how do we make it happen for them?
So beyond affordability of the costs, because if you look at, if you compare our costs with other costs around that location, we are slightly somewhere, competitively somewhere. And then beyond that now is the payment plan, that you take. So we offer you a 5-year payment plan, that is at 0% interest rate.
Zero interest.
Yeah, and what's even more exciting is that you don't need to pay any deposit for it.
Yeah.
But of course, there are those options.
Yeah.
If you've already, you know how most investors do is you save some money, looking forward to ukitafuta investment.
Yes.
And then the day you get an investment, then you put that money in, and now the remaining unalipa pole pole. So we don't limit you. If you've saved 50%, 20%, 10%, we'll accept that,
Yes.
and then we'll now do the calculations
For you.
backwards. But you don't need to have any deposit for you to begin the investment.
Journey.
You just proceed with, just go straight to, like you take 3.2 million, divide by, if you're taking a 5-year payment plan, that is 60 months. That is, so on a monthly basis, you'll be paying 35. 53,000.
53,000
Yeah, per month.
Yeah, 53,000 per month. So
Yes.
we have the studios going for 3.2. The rental yield is 23,500. We also have the superior studios going for 3.8. Your rental yield is 28,000. Then we have the 1 bedrooms going for 4.7. Your rental yield is 35,000. And we have the 2 bedrooms. Yeah. And the 2 bedrooms are going for 7.6. Your rental yield is 55,000 per month. Now, there's a question in my mind as we were talking about that. And the question is, why do we do, why haven't we done bigger units in that location?
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, when we came out, when we came into this market, no one was building for the young aspirational urbanites. Yeah. And we decided we are gonna.
And it's understandable why they don't do that, because this young lot is like, you know, it's not easy to manage. And most people would be like, no, for young people, acha tujengea hao wenye they are grown, mature people who it's easy to manage, it's easy to deal with. Yeah.
So we decided to build for them, and this is a risk that we took up, and we want to take up all the risk. You as an investor, we are taking all your risks. Yeah. So we built for them, for the young guys, and we actually came to realize that they're not looking for a bigger unit. They're not. So I'm looking for an affordable apartment.
Yeah.
I'm looking to save more on rent. And I'm looking to grow. Yeah. So that's why I would love that studio. I would love that 1 bedroom. And the other reason that we came to realize is that they have the highest occupancy rate.
Correct. The demand is above the roof.
Yeah.
So those two reasons. I think the first one is for us young people. I mean, you're on your first or second job. Yeah, you're just fresh from campus, so you don't really have a lot of money for you to pay rent. So you need something that is affordable. 10, 15, 20,000. That's something that you can easily afford. If you're on your first job, maybe earning 30 to 50 or 60,000. So you can spend that on rent, and then the rest now on all the other things. And then, of course, as a young person, you just don't need too much of a space. You just need a space where kitanda itaingia, you know, a fridge, just a couple of few things that now we'll be able to sort you on a day-to-day basis. And then on demand is, I think it's from the research that we did. Because you see, at all age sets, there'll always be a certain population in that age set. So if we have an influx of 2 and 3 bedroom apartments, it means there is a gap that there is no one who's developing for this young lot. And it's understandable. So we came in to provide that solution, and it's a double solution to provide housing to these aspirational young urbanites, and then for you it's now investment.
It's all about the passive cash flow.
Correct.
So just to give you some data, we already have 4,000 investors. So these are 4,000 lives impacted. Then we have a total of 2,600 residents. Absolutely amazing.
That's amazing.
And they're all just looking for that affordability. It's all about that. And the payment plan makes it possible for you. So if you have been following us all this time, and you know, you've seen that we've been delivering 8 complete projects, it's time for you to start.
TSAVO delivers.
TSAVO delivers.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a book that I was reading, and it's called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Duhigg. So he was talking about personal fulfillment. So and we talk about personal fulfillment. It actually has a formula. So the formula is Q, routine, and then reward. So let's, for example, take an example of money, how we spend our money. So I receive money, I spend it, and I'm happy. And then the beauty of this formula is that you can actually be able to change only one part. And that one part is actually the middle part. It's routine. So once you change your routine, they become habits. So if I love spending money and I change that, I receive money, I invest that money, and then I'm happy. So personal fulfillment already happens when you already invested that money. So I don't know whether there are some questions in the comments. We can probably have a look at one or two.
Not really. I can't see any questions yet. So if you're still watching and you have questions or concerns or anything, feel free to just drop your questions in the comment section, and we'll be more than glad to answer them.
So we have another FAQ here. So what other amenities do we have in the building? So there are two things. Probably this is something that most people don't know, but it's all about convenience. It's all about prestige, and that location is that. It's prestige and convenience. You're not far away from Westlands, you're not far away from Lavington, Kilimani is just right around the corner. And then we have something that we do for our residents. So they have lifts, they have a cafeteria at the rooftop. We have a swimming pool in this project. There's 2-level basement parking for you. There's access control security, CCTV cameras. So over and above, we really love to take care of these young guys. It's our job to mentor them. It's our job to take care of them. So remember, our residents, they're our gem. Because they're the ones who sort out our investors in terms of passive income. Passive rental income.
And I mean, I don't know, for me as a young person, I'd be very proud living in such an apartment. We are currently selling the project, and we've had a lot of people asking if it's available for renting. And a lot of people asking if it's available for renting.
Already?
But sasa, you know, it's 3 years away, 36 months or 30.
That's our construction period. So it's actually
for this project, because it's a massive project. It's a huge project. So all these amenities are there to attract the tenant. To just grab them and just call them and grab them to do this, or to live in the apartment. So having a swimming pool, having lifts, having all those things, it's not just for excitement or for that, but it's just to make the place to be so convenient and give it that prestigious feel. Because I'd be very happy to live in an apartment that has a swimming pool at the rooftop. And also we are trying to create tribes in each of these apartments. So we create spaces that allow the tenant to not just be in his or her house, but to interact with the neighbors. So going to the rooftop to play billiards or whatever, or to swim, make friends. If it's Friday, enjoy your stay at home. And that is very important for this young lot where I belong.
So there's a question here: how do we ensure the income is guaranteed? That's a good question.
That's a good question. And it goes into all these things that go into the construction, actually the architecture of the building, and then the construction of the building, the finishes and everything, and then after that now is we have
So the location is off Oloitoktok Road, and we are right after the junction between Oloitoktok Road and Makueni Road, so Oloitoktok Road. If you're coming from Gitanga Road, you'll hit the Methodist, and then right after the Methodist, you'll hit the junction, of Makueni Road and Oloitoktok Road. Right after the junction, we are building TSAVO Delight there.
In Kileleshwa.
In Kileleshwa.
Kileleshwa haina kelele.
Kile.
Yes, sir. So I don't know if there is any other question. I think there is one of the questions that I usually meet a lot. It's concerning rent to own.
Do we do rent to own?
You can take that.
That's a good question. So remember, we don't do rent to own. We offer you a payment plan that is 0 interest and 0 deposit. So you don't need a big deposit to start. You don't need to go through the process of you being charged interest in form of rent for you to own that apartment. So it's as simple as you having 53,000, 63,000, 78,000 a month for a 1 bedroom, and you're able to start your journey. You can even start that day. On Saturday, when you come for the open day, you can start that day.
So the point of us doing all this is to get you to either start or proceed on your journey to financial independence, because everyone wants to be financially independent or financially secure. But how
instead of the many small things. And we talked about being a hedgehog and not being a fox.
Yes.
So what could you be best at in the world? What are you passionate about? So those things, have a look at those things, and just focus on one big thing. You know, financial independence is it's a journey, and it's huge, it's big, So are you able to say no, to the things that don't matter, and are you able to say yes to the things that really matter, And when you're saying no, you're not saying no to the person. Remember, you're saying no to the suggestion. You're not saying no to the person. And when you're saying yes, you're saying yes to the big things that matter.
All right. I don't know if there's any other questions. From my end, there is none. Okay. Here there are some on social media.
Oh,
so
wow.
Let me just check. Are we targeting to live in Kileleshwa? So I think we had already taken that, but you can go through it once again.
So we are targeting the young aspirational urbanites. So these young people who are looking to brighter futures, they're looking to save more rent and build up.
But specifically for Kileleshwa, it's not only young, but also these are professionals mostly for Kileleshwa.
Working professionals.
And that informed our decision to do a little bit more one bedrooms than studios, because then these are working professionals who are either working at Westlands or Upper Hill or those locations.
Kilimani,
Kilimani,
Lavington.
Kileleshwa. So a one bedroom is a very good spot for such. A studio is even a better spot, because it's much more affordable, and it's a beautiful, amazing product.
Let's look for another question.
I think that's mostly it. Unless you have any from your end.
I think there are no other questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really are glad that you tuned in. Let's see you during the open day this Saturday. We start from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes. That's all. Start your financial independence journey today, and you can do that by starting with Funwell, getting in touch with either Funwell or any
with your fire partner.
So
your fire partner is that person who guides you throughout your journey. We walk with you every single step of your journey.
So thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
In the heart of this vibrant city, TSAVO Delight emerges as a beacon of beauty, seamlessly blending the pulse of urban life with the tranquility of nature. This isn't just a location, it is an investment haven promising boundless returns for those who dare to invest. They say the golden rule in real estate is location, location, location. TSAVO Delight, just 3 minutes west of Nairobi's Central Business District, is strategically positioned within the prestigious Westlands sub-county, east of Lavington, south of Muthangari, west of Kilimani, and cradled by the Kischwa River, a truly exclusive haven. TSAVO Delight isn't just a property, it is a lifestyle. Strategically located along Oloitoktok Road, a stone's throw from the Total petrol station at Kileleshwa junction, this is your golden ticket to a life of convenience and opportunity. The good news is you can own a piece of Kileleshwa with 0 deposit and 0% interest rate. Imagine the joy of having your money work for you. Our flexible payment plan spans up to 5 years, making ownership a reality for everyone. We have the following typologies available for you to get started. Studios at 3.2 million Kenyan shillings, superior studios at 3.8 million Kenyan shillings, 1 bedroom at 4.7 million Kenyan shillings, 2 bedroom at 7.6 million Kenyan shillings. What are you waiting for? Log on to www.tsavo.ke now, book your unit and secure your financial future. TSAVO, earn while you sleep.